to the bottom of the 6th inning. Braves still leading at 1-0. A little bit of trivia for you, courtesy of our partner Steve Getty. There have been 7 1-0 ball games in National League Championship history. The last time that it happened would have been when the Braves and the Pirates hooked up back in '91, Game 6. Guess who was in on that one? Steve Avery and Al Pena combined. As a matter of fact, if this one goes in the books, Avery will be involved in 3 of the last 4, because Avery and Pena also combined Game 2, 1-0. Pittsburgh beat Atlanta 1-0. Zane Smith over Glavine in Game 5 of that series. Javi Lopez to lead it off. Takes the first one down low, 1-0. Javi is single and on an error. 3 out of 12, a homer and 3 RBIs. Liner into center field. A broken bat jam shot that's going to get into center field, and a leadoff single for Javi Lopez. As he rests at first, let's pause for station ID. You're with the Braves Radio Network.
We're home to the legends, the Atlanta Braves, plus Neil Gort, Skip Caray, Larry Munson, and more. News Talk 750 WSB, Atlanta.
Thought that might get him moving around down in the Reds bullpen, but right now, nobody is. Nobody's stirring. Here's Klesko. 0 for 2, fly to left, grounder to second. The stretch, the pitch to Ryan, popped up. Back near the screen, Santiago will give it a look. It climbs back into the crowd, and it's 0-1. That one was booted badly, or either went off the top of somebody's head, because that bounced about 15 feet in the air.
I think it was a fan from Carrollton that tried to get it, but...
Glad you didn't say that other city. 0-1 to Klesko. The stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Ryan pops that one, same, well, a little bit higher. 0-2.
Man that caught that one lives on West Wyuka Road here in Atlanta.
No fans from Milledgeville here tonight.
Just in the booth.
No balls and 2 strikes to Klesko. Now they're starting to stir around down the left field line in the Reds bullpen. And McMichael cranking it up in the Braves bullpen. That may be the end of the night for Avery. Pitch to Klesko, swung on and missed. Schurik goes up the ladder. Klesko follows him and comes home empty. Strikeout number 4 for Pete Schurik. And here comes Belliard.
This might be that time.
For what?
Belliard.
For the hasta la bye-bye?
Yeah.
Pick a winner. I'll make it a Goodies home run. It's been a while.
Charlie O'Brien is on deck, which would indicate you're right.
It's been a few years since Belliard has homered. Right now, the Braves have taken a base hit. Javi Lopez edges away from first. Belliard 1 out of 2. First pitch, shows bunt, fouls it away. He was bunting for a base hit.
Well, when you say Javi edges away, you're 100% literally correct.
He was on the edge, wasn't he? I think you can safely say Javi is not a threat to steal from that lead.
For you fans who've been around a while, Javi takes Biff Pocaroba type leads.
Where if he dives back, he's at the feet of the first base coach.
He overruns the bag if he dives back.
Another meeting. The Reds have had more meetings tonight than the United Nations. This time it's Larkin and Schurik. Now the Red shortstop back to his position. No balls and a strike. 1 out, runner at first. 1-0 Braves. Schurik, a long look down to Santiago. Now he's ready. The stretch and the pitch. Belliard shows bunt, but they pitch out. One of my managers, Gene Mock, used to say, if they want to give you an out, take it. Charlie O'Brien's going to pinch hit, but rather play with a 2-out inning than a 1-out inning. 1-1 the count. The stretch, the 1-1 pitch. He's bunting. Pushes at first base side. It kicks foul. It's 1-2. You're not here, so you couldn't see something funny that happened on that. Mariano Duncan came charging in to make the play. And when he saw he was going to kick foul, he put his glove hand, his left behind him, and stuck his right hand in his back pocket to make sure he resisted the temptation to pick it up. So Lopez back to first. The count 1-2 to Belliard. Javi with an even shorter lead this time. Long stare down by Shurik. Now he's ready. And the 1-2 pitch on the way to Belliard. Chop foul past Jimmy Williams. Still a ball and 2 strikes. If there is a Game 5 in the series, it will be played somewhere in the neighborhood of 7:20 Eastern Daylight tomorrow time. And if there is, then Skip will again kick it off in the neighborhood of 5:05 for you. If there is not, here's the pitch to Belliard. Breaking ball stays outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rafael steps out of the batter's box. Looks down to Jimmy Williams. Jimmy goes through the signs. Shurik comes set, looks to first, and the 2-2 pitch to Belliard. Curveball, call strike 3. That's twice he has dropped the hammer on Belliard. Backdoor breaking balls, and not a whole lot Rafael Belliard can do it. Shurik has rung up 4 big strikeouts in the last 3 innings. He got Belliard to end the 4th. He got Devereaux with runners in scoring position in the 5th, and after the leadoff single by Klesko, he has rung up after leadoff single by Lopez, he has rung up Klesko and Belliard. And here comes Charlie O'Brien. O'Brien, last night's hero, one of them, a 3-run homer that got it started for the Braves. Charlie 2 out of 4 with 3 RBIs, stands right on the plate. First pitch from Shurik, a changeup high, 1-0. So Avery went 6. Gave up 2 hits, walked 3, struck out 6. He can only win it. He can not lose it. He can get a no decisions. And a fine outing for Steve Avery. The 1-0 pitch to O'Brien. Down low, 2-0. McMichael continues to throw. He will pitch the 7th inning for the Braves. Lopez again away from first. The 2-0 pitch to O'Brien. Popped up. Right side, just outside the first baseline. Duncan is there, now in the fair territory, makes the catch. And O'Brien almost collided. So after giving up the leadoff single to Javi Lopez, Shurik buckles down, gets Klesko, Belliard, and O'Brien. 6 in the books. It's 1-0 Braves. We're headed for the 7th inning, and as we do, Braves are going to make a pitching change. Greg McMichael is going to come on. Mac during the 95 season, 7-2, an earned run average just a hair under 2.8, 80 innings, 74 strikeouts. The opposition only hit .213 against him. He's 1-0 in postseason play with a save, an inning and 2/3 with 1 walk. By the way, his 7 wins this year, a career high. Reggie Sanders will greet him. Remember, it was Sanders that he was facing the other night and got that big double play ball.
Game 1.
That's right. Sanders continues to struggle. A walk, and he's grounded into a double play. McMichael's first pitch, fastball and a beauty. No balls and 1 strike. It's been kind of like a moral victory for Sanders tonight. He hasn't struck out. The next one is wide. It's 1-1. Kyle Morris has come out on deck. He would bat for Mariano Duncan. Mike Jackson starts to crank it up in the Reds bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. Tapped out in front of the plate, but foul. Javi Lopez quickly on it. That one hit the plate and bounced back into foul territory, and it's 1-2. McMichael with a new baseball. He'll work from the line. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball upstairs. He came up over the top with that one. 2-2. The line and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground toward third. Kicks foul. Chipper Jones will field it. Take a look at it. And tosses it back to McMichael. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. McMichael asks for a new baseball. Jerry Davis obliges. They play Reggie Sanders a little bit different with McMichael pitching than they do the other Braves pitchers. They play him more to pull in the infield and the outfield. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball high and away, 3-2. The Braves have had to battle through leadoff walks twice tonight. Once to Sanders in the second. They got a double play right behind it. And once to Larkin in the fourth. They got a double play right behind that. Payoff pitch to Sanders. Swung on and missed. So his struggles continue.
9 strikeouts in this series.
And the 4-game series record coming into this year was 6, I think. So he may put that one on ice forever. As we thought, here comes Hal Morris. He'll pitch it for Mariano Duncan. Morris, a left-handed hitter. He's kind of a happy feet type hitter. He takes 3 or 4 steps in the batter's box before he ever swings. Starts way deep, back corner of the batter's box. The wind by McMichael. First pitch, hit on the ground toward second. A 2-hopper to Lemke. Mark up throwing, 2 gone. That's what you like to see out of a guy coming off the bench. Get loose, take about 10 minutes to get loose, come up there and swing at the first one, and a nice little 2-hopper to second. 2 outs for Benito Santiago. He is 1 out of 2 here, 3 out of 12 in the series. Santiago, right-handed hitter. Wide open stance, spread out, waves the bat low across the plate. The wind and the first pitch. Outside corner, 0-1. Pena and Bourbon loosening up in the Braves bullpen. McMichael into the wind. The 0-1 pitch, in under the hands, almost hit him. A ball and a strike. McMichael likes the first sign. Greg into the wind, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball down low, and it's 2-1. Now he wants a new baseball. Javi Lopez fires one out to him. 2 balls, 1 strike. Avery started it. 6 good innings, a 2-hitter. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He put zeros on the scoreboard. McMichael into the wind and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball by him about letter high. 2-2. Got to be a frustrating time for Davy Johnson over in that Reds dugout. He has known most of the year that supposedly Ray Knight is going to manage next year. You've got to know he'd like to go out on top. He's done a good job. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. McMichael comes on and pitches a perfect 1-2-3 7th inning, including 2 strikeouts. The Reds come up empty. 7th inning stretch, 1-0 Braves. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Braves need 6 outs, and a couple of runs wouldn't hurt either, and they're headed to the World Series. And here to put a lid on this one and hopefully cap a 4-game sweep by the Braves once again, Skip Caray.
Okay, Don, thanks very much. Mike Jackson is on to pitch, and we go to the top of the order. And Marquise Grissom will greet him. 1-0 Atlanta, our score. Grissom, Lemke, and Jones, the first 3.
You got to feel a little bit sorry for Pete Shorey. Boy, twice he has pitched his fanny off. He's not going to get anything to show for it.
Grissom stands in, and Jackson ready to go to work. The first pitch of the bottom of the inning is a strike, a fastball over the outside corner. It's 0-1. Grissom tonight has grounded to third. He has flied to left, and he has ripped a single to right. And that was on his last trip. Hal Morris stays in the game to play first base, of course, for the Reds. The pitch is swung and missed. And quickly, Marquise in the hole, 0-2. The outfield plays him around toward left. A lot of room for him in right center. A lot of room down the right field line. Jackson looks in for the sign. The right-hander comes set on the 0-2 pitch. Started to swing, tried to stop, did. The pitch was down and in, 1-2. But the way Marquise is swinging at Jackson makes you believe Mike has good stuff tonight. The 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mark Lemke waits on deck. He has driven in the game's only run back in the 3rd inning. He plated Rafael Belliard with a 2-out hit to stretch. The pitch. Swung and drilled. Deep center field on the run. Is Walton still going? It's up against the wall. Grissom is on his way to second. He's going to try. Here's the relay. The throw to third. Safe. A triple. I don't think the Reds dreamed he would dare try it, and he stole a base, and he's at third with nobody out. So after looking bad on a couple of pitches, Grissom rips one into the alley in left center.
He had a good pitch, too. Knee high, outside half of the plate. A slider went down and dug it out.
Here's Lemke, and the infield, of course, has to come in. End of 5, Cleveland 6-0 over Seattle. An all-important insurance run at third base with nobody out. Jackson comes set. The pitch. Fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Lemke, Jones, McGriff with a chance to get the run home. The Braves had the bases loaded, 1 out. Back in the 5th, failed to score. Got a runner at third here with nobody out. The stretch. The 1-0. Low outside. 2 balls, no strike. Just about everybody on their feet here. They sense perhaps the kill here in the 7th inning. Jackson comes set. And the 2-0. High and outside, ball 3. The crowd roaring now with every pitch. This is like old times in Atlanta. Jackson gets the sign. The 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung, and he popped it up on a 3-0 pitch. Barry Larkin behind second base makes the catch, 1 out. Well, Bobby's rolled the dice, and it's been good to him throughout the playoffs, but not tonight. Here's Chipper Jones. See how they play it now. They could walk him in. Gamble on the double play with McGriff up there. We'll wait to see. Yet another meeting as Santiago goes for the mound, but this is a short one. The infield stays in. Jones 1 for 2 with a walk.
This thing may be in Mike Jackson's hands, Skip, because if they walk him, they're going to have to face McGriff. They don't have a left-hander ready.
They've got McElroy, but they will not use him. The stretch. The pitch into the dirt. Pops away, but not far enough for Grissom to advance. Chipper now becomes the key man in the inning. Jackson doesn't like the baseball handed to him by Jerry Davis. Davis obliges, gets him a new one. Runner at third, 1 out. 1-0 Atlanta, 7th inning. Ed Taubensee, by the way, has checked into catch for the Reds, so they flip-flopped when Jackson came into the game. The stretch. The pitch. Look out, high and tight. Knocked him off the plate, 2-0. Robinson will bat in the 9th spot, and the pitcher is in the 6th spot. The 2-0 pitch. What a cut he had, but he fouled it back. It's 2-1. A good cut at a high fastball. We don't need a home run here. It would be very nice, but just a fly ball would get the run home with a fleet-footed Grissom at third base. Jackson again ready. The stretch. The 2-1 pitch. Low, 3-1 the count. Well, if Lemke was swinging 3-0, you know Chipper has the green light, 3-1.
And I think what Mark forgot was that when you get the hit privilege, you pick out a spot about the size of a football, and if they don't throw it in it, don't swing at it.
3-1 the count. Here's a big pitch in the game. The stretch. The delivery low. He walked in there on the corners with 1 out. McGriff, the batter, no activity in the Reds bullpen. McGriff tonight is single, grounded to short, and fouled to the catcher. He fouled to the catcher with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 5th. Again, Taubensee to the mound for a word with Jackson.
He's going to be joined by pitching coach Don Gullett.
McGriff 2 out of 7 in his career against Jackson, a .286 average. No activity in the Atlanta bullpen, which would indicate that McMichael will pitch on into the 8th inning. Another lengthy meeting, and again, a disgusted home plate umpire, Jerry Davis, heads out there to break it up.
Davy Johnson turned to Don Gullett just before he went out there, and I thought he was going to send him to the phone to get somebody going, but he just told him to go to the mound. There is nobody moving in the Reds bullpen. I'm shocked.
I'm surprised, too. Why not Jeff Brantley? If nobody else, there's no tomorrow.
That's exactly right. Anybody. You got to...
Infield back now for the double play. Morris has to hold the runner on. Jackson comes stretch. Set the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Mike Devereaux would be next. Or would he? He's in the on-deck circle, but Dwight Smith is lurking in the dugout to stretch the pitch. Fastball missed inside. 2-0. That didn't miss by much. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's 2 pitches that have just missed, Skip, but if you're not throwing strikes, you're not going to get the edge. The ones on the edge call for strikes.
So McGriff is in business, ahead in the count. The 2-0 delivery. Here it is. Gets away. Here comes Grissom. He will score. Jones to second, 2-0. Probably a pass ball. What a break. It is a pass ball. I don't know if Taubensee was crossed up. He'd just been to the mound. It was up a little bit, just popped out of his glove.
I'll tell you what it was. It was a slider that backed up on him. Sometimes if you overthrow a slider, it'll spin so much it'll head back toward the right-handed batter's box. That's what happened.
McGriff will now be intentionally walked. Still no activity in the bullpen. Devereaux will hit for himself. And if you're wondering why not Dwight Smith, now with a 2-0 lead, Bobby wants to have his best defensive team on the field. Javi Lopez is on deck. It's 2-0, 2 on, 1 out. Devereaux tonight has hit into a double play, grounded to short, and struck out. He's 0 for 3. The stretch. Now Jackson steps back off the mound. Nothing good's happened for him since he checked into the game. Again, he and Taubensee can't get together. Let's see, they played 144 games, 3 against the Dodgers. This is our 4th against them, and they still don't know the sign. Devereaux 1 for 6 in his career against Jackson. Now the pitch.
And he looks up. That ball is gone. A 3-run homer for Devereaux. It's 5-0 Atlanta. Listen to this crowd. Atlanta. And John Schuerholz looks like he just won the lottery, and he ought to.
Here's Lopez, the pitch. Check, swing, strike. It's 0-1.
5-0 Atlanta in the 7th.
Still just 1 out. The stretch. Now the pitch.
Swung and drive. Deep left center field. That ball is off the top of the wall. Lopez on his way to second. He's in there standing with a double. He missed by about 6 inches getting it out of here. Now the bullpen starts to throw, but where have they been? Tommy almost cost himself that double, too, because when he hit that, he thought it was gone. He went on cruise control about halfway to first and had to kick it into 5th gear before he got to second.
Barry Larkin is waving into the dugout. He's saying that Jackson is hurt. But Jackson waves him off, and Ryan Klesko, the batter. 5-0 and a chance to get more. Charlie O'Brien, the hero last night. Devereaux tonight. They'll walk Klesko and pitch to Belliard. Third walk of the inning. A lot of people said when this series started, the bullpen was going to decide it, and in that area, Atlanta has dominated. So 2 are going to be on with 1 out. The crowd chants sweep. And that would appear to be what's going to happen here. Here's Belliard. Now Alejandro Pena up in the Atlanta bullpen, and now Davy Johnson is on his way to the mound, and he's got a right-hander in the bullpen. Dave Burba. Let's see if he's going to make the move. He's walking as slowly as he can. Burba didn't have much time to get ready. And now Burba is on his way, and we'll break away for this on the Braves Radio Network. Dave Burba completes his warm-up tosses. I don't think there's anybody in this place sitting down. Everybody on their feet. Belliard will hit, and then Luis Polonia has moved on deck. Belliard, 1 out of 3, struck out twice. Lopez at second, Klesko at first. Mike Jackson, a third of an inning, 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 runs, and the 2 on base are his responsibility. They continue to chant sweep here. The pitch. Swung, pop foul back. It will reach the seats, 0-1. If the Braves hang on here, our next game will be a week from tonight. In either Seattle or Cleveland. 0-1 the count.
Inter-squad games on Tuesday, Wednesday.
It'll be like that. It'll be very interesting to see how they stay sharp. The stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung, a little chopper down the third base line. In fast Lewis, throws, good play. The runners move to second and third. We came within a step of having the bases loaded there. Here's Polonia. been a great addition to this Atlanta team. A base hit means 2 more runs. Polonia, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 4 of them have scored. Boy, another base hit. Don't mean to be greedy, but yeah, I do. I mean to be greedy. Berba comes set and delivers. Swung line down the left field line, foul. 0-1. He hit the daylights out of it. Berba, a former Seattle performer, so Polonia signed in the American League. Then Berba pitched with the Giants, and now the Reds. He works off the stretch with runners at second and third, and now 2 out. The stretch. And now the pitch. Fastball is low, and it evens the count at 1-1. Nothing Atlanta is our score. The stretch. Now the pitch. Into the dirt. A good play by Taubensee. 2 balls and a strike. Berba rubs up the baseball. The outfield plays Polonia shallow and around to left. If he hits anything up the middle, is 2 runs. The stretch. The pitch. Swung. Another little chopper down the third base line. And infield hit. A run is in. A swinging bunt. The Braves can do nothing wrong. It's 6-0. Sherholz must be getting tired. This late season acquisition only got a single. 6-0 on the corner. 2 out, and the Reds can't catch a break.
Go back to 91. How many moves has John Sherholz made after the All-Star break that have come into play either into the season or in postseason?
The stretch. Berba to Grissom, who started it with a triple. Curveball fouled away, 0-1. A bunch. Devereaux, Polonia, Pena twice.
Jeff Reardon.
0-1 the count. First and third. There are 2 out. The stretch and the pitch. Look out. Fastball inside. 1-1. Again, the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Downstairs, 2-1. Four hits, 3 walks in the inning. A pass ball. 6-0 Atlanta. 5 of them here. The stretch. The pitch. Swung, fouled it off his foot at home plate. Don't get hurt. If you joined us late, bad news for the Braves prior to the game. David Justice hit by a line drive during batting practice. On the same knee, he fouled a ball off in Cincinnati in the same location, and he had to be scratched from the lineup. And that's the other great thing of the Braves clinch here. He's got a week to get well. And really, in a week, he can probably really get well rather than just being patched up to try to play.
Well, that's got to be good news for Jeff Blauser, for Chipper Jones.
For just about everybody. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The stretch. The pitch. Swung, ground ball, hit hard. Boone boots it, recovers, throws, still got him, and the inning is over. That ball was hit so hard it almost knocked him over. But the Braves score 5 times on 6 hits. They leave a couple. We go to the 8th inning. Alejandro Pena on the pitch. Atlanta 6, Cincinnati nothing. We go to the 8th inning. Alejandro Pena on the pitch. McMichael went an inning. No hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. Pete just looked it up for us as we were laboring away here. In this series, the Braves bullpen has worked 9 innings and given up a run. The Reds bullpen has worked 10 2/3 innings and given up 12 runs. So the people who said the bullpens would be the difference, well, they may be right. Lower end of the order is due up there. Boone, Lewis, and Taubensee. Thanks, Joe.
Still 6 out to go, Skip, but what a great clutch performance for Steve Avery.
Absolutely, and that makes up for a multitude of heartbreak for him this year.
I'll tell you, I don't think people realize how tough it is to be in a routine for so long, for almost all your life, because I think he's only made 2 relief appearances in his whole life, and then to get out of that routine for 2 or 3 weeks, then have to jump start it again, I think that is a gutsy performance.
Here's Boone to lead it off. This game isn't over, though. Let's not get too giddy too soon. Pena into the wind and the pitch. Fastball a little bit high, 1 ball, no strikes. Jeff Branson has grabbed a bat. He will pinch hit next. Braves still have Mark Wohlers lurking in their bullpen if needed. Pena into the wind and the 1-0 pitch. Swung, a high, lazy pop on the infield. Lemke calls for it. And the Braves are 5 outs away from the World Series. Here's Branson. Batting for the first time in the game. He's pinch hitting for Mark Lewis, who was 0 for 1. As a matter of fact, Braves pitchers tonight have faced just 3 more than the minimum in this game.
3 more double plays for the Braves. They weren't in the top 5 in the league, but boy, they've sure turned some in postseason.
The pitch to Branson, swung and missed, 0-1. So Pena off to a good start here. The next game, unless we blow up here, a week from tonight, from this very ballpark. The wind and the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Foul tipped it back, 0-2. Boy, when you try to figure out an MVP in this series, who in the world would it be? Have been so many different guys. Cleveland's getting well tonight, 7-0 over Seattle after 6. The wind by Pena and the pitch. Foul to the screen. It's still 0-2. Ed Taubensee, the catcher, would be next. Braves have a very peculiar defense with Branson up there. In the infield, they play him as a pull hitter, and in the outfield, they play him just the opposite. There's a tremendous hole in right center field for him. The wind. The 0-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes.
Almost dropped an Andy Van Slyke changeup on it. Remember that one?
Yeah. That was one of the classic at-bats of all time. The pitch. Struck him out. He chased an off-speed ball. Low and away. 2 down. Tonight, Braves relief pitchers have faced 5 men, retired them all, struck out 3 of them. Here's Taubensee batting for the first time in the game. Pena looks in. He's into the wind and dealing. There's a strike. Fastball at the knees, 0-1. The wind and the pitch. Fastball is outside. For those of you in the Atlanta area, it looks like WSB, our key station, will carry the remaining American League games. 750 on the dial. The wind, the 1-1 pitch to Taubensee. Swung, popped up foul, out of play, 1-2. And if that doesn't work out, they will be on 680 The Fan, so it'll be on one or the other. Or maybe both, I don't know. 1-2, the count. Pena gets the sign. The wind, the pitch. Swung, a ground ball off his glove. Pena recovers. Pena will not make a play. It's an infield hit for Taubensee. Al upset with himself that he didn't field that ball. It was hit right back at him. But you know better than most of us, your depth perception gets loused up when the ball's hit right back at you.
Well, you're following through, so you're in motion. You see a big swing, and then it's hard to tell how fast it's coming back at you, too. find yourself, what's really embarrassing sometimes, you'll see a guy take a big swing, get jammed, you reach for it 3 or 4 times, still not there.
Howard is the batter now. Thomas Howard hits for Jerome Walton and will stay in the game in all likelihood and play center field. Runner at first, 2 out. We're going to have to go through the heart of their order one more time, but we're going to go through it with hopefully a 6-run lead. The stretch and the pitch. A little bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. Howard, 286, 2 out of 7 in the series. He's driven in a run. Again, Pena comes set. And the 1-0 pitch, here it is. A little bit low, 2-0. Come on, Alan. We don't need any more excitement. 2 balls, no strikes. Wohlers gets to work in the Atlanta bullpen. Bobby Cox not going to mess around here. He's got victory in his grasp. He doesn't want to fritter it away. The stretch. And the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Howard down 6 runs, had no choice but to take it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pena again looks in. The 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung and a high pop fly, short center field. Belliard going out. Grissom calls him off, and the inning is over. And the Braves are 3 outs away from the World Series. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Atlanta 6, Cincinnati nothing. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Jeff Branson is in, stays in the game to play third base. Thomas Howard stays in the game to play center field. And Mark Lemke leads things off in the bottom half of the 8th inning. He drove in the first run of the game. Wohlers continues to heat up in the Atlanta bullpen. Looks like he'll come in. Why not? If he does his job like he normally does, he's got a week to rest. Lemke 1 for 4. Singled homer run in the 3rd. Berber into the wind, and the pitch swung, ground ball to short. Convenient hop for Larkin, throws to first, 1 away. Lemke is retired. Chipper Jones the batter. If the Braves win tonight, and it certainly appears that they will, Monday, October 16th, a limited number of tickets for all scheduled home games for the World Series will go on sale to the public at 8:30 Eastern Time. Tickets will be available only at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium Gate G ticket windows. They will not be available through Ticketmaster. The pitch swung, fly ball down the left field line's foul. Only cash, cashier's check, or money orders will be accepted as payment for ticket purchases. Company checks, personal checks, and credit cards will not be accepted. Each customer may buy up to any combination of a total of 8 tickets for the World Series. The wind by Berber and the pitch inside. For example, a customer could purchase 2 tickets to all 4 World Series games for a total of 8 tickets, or 8 tickets to 1 World Series game for a total of 8. Berber ready, and the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Fastball outside. The majority of the tickets available will be reserved seats, which are located in the upper and upper pavilion levels. A limited number of box seats also available. The wind, the pitch to Jones, swung, foul back. World Series tickets priced as follows. Reserved, $45 per ticket. Box seats, $60 per ticket. All that pertains only if the Braves get 3 more outs and win this game. It would start on Monday, and the windows open 8:30 until 6 at Gate G here. Back to the game. The 2-2 pitch. A little bit inside. Full count, 3-2. We were talking about an MVP, and I think Don's right. That Devereaux would probably be the guy.
Well, he's won 2 games for you. He's going to hit over 300.
3-2 pitch. Low. He walked him. So Jones is aboard, and Fred McGriff, the batter, 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. He's had a good series, no RBIs, but he's 7 out of 15 with 4 doubles and 5 runs scored. So he's another possibility. This is absolutely shocking that either of these teams would sweep the other.
I'm glad you said that either, because you're right, because these are the two best in the National League. I don't know about you, but I thought it was going to go the route.
Fastball inside 2-0. I don't know of anybody who didn't say 6 or 7 games. But that's what makes it fun. It's not like Broadway where somebody wrote a script or a movie. The stretch. The 2-0. Swung, double play, ground ball to second. Boone up. Throws to second. Out there. Back to first. Safe there. Good job by Chipper Jones. He pulled up on the baseline. If he keeps running, Boone tags him out. But Chipper stopped, and that keeps the inning alive. He's retired. 4-6. McGriff reaches. On the fielder's choice, here's Devereaux. Listen to the crowd. They're on their feet. This, I would think, a little different than playing in Chicago for the White Sox when they're 27 games out. Runner at first, 2 down. Burba comes up and delivers. Strike, slider on the outside corner, 0-1. They start the sweep chant again. Sweep is replacing chop. The stretch. The pitch. Swung and missed. It's 0-2. Don't worry about it, Mike. Devereaux again waits. The stretch. And now Burba lets it loose. Into the dirt. Good play. Taubman see a ball and 2 strikes. Braves with 1 run in the third, and they broke it open with 5 in the 7th. Devereaux's 3-run homer, the big blow. Luis Polonia drove in another run. Avery's going to get the win, barring calamity. And Pete Shirk is going to get the loss, and that is a shame. He was magnificent in both games he pitched and has absolutely nothing to show for it. The stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung, ground ball to second. Boone has it, throws to first, and the inning comes to a close. And the fans are happy about that. No hits, no runs, a walk, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th inning. The Braves try to close the deal. They lead 6-0. The Braves are 3 outs away from the World Series. Mark Wohlers on to pitch. 52,067 paid here tonight. It is a sellout. And these fans have really enjoyed it. Pena, an inning, a hit, no runs, all zeros across except for the 1 hit. Larkin, Gant, and Reggie Sanders, the first 3 for the Reds, and hopefully the last 3. Everybody on their feet here. 6-0 our score. Larkin stands in. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He is 7 out of 17 in the series. He has not driven in a run, but he hasn't had many opportunities. Wohlers ready to go to work. Larkin stands in. The wind and the first pitch of the 9th. Strike, fastball, 0-1. Wohlers again looks in. The wind and the pitch. High, 1-1, fastball upstairs. Cleveland winning handily tonight, 7-0 over Seattle. I think they're in either the 7th or 8th inning of that game. They're in the 7th, and the Braves will be able to, if all goes well here, sit back and see what develops. Tomorrow in Cleveland and Tuesday in Seattle. The pitch. Look out. Fastball inside. 2-1. Larkin looked out there as if he was upset at Wohlers. He's certainly not trying to hit him now.
He's got to know better.
All he wants to do is take a little bath in some bubbly down in the clubhouse. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. The wind and the pitch. Here it is. Swung, pop foul back and out of play. 2-2. Boy, he's throwing hard. Larkin out of the batter's box. Now he stands back in. Wohlers into the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out with a fastball. 2 outs away from the World Series. He just overpowered one of the best hitters in baseball. 1 away. Here's Ron Gant. It has to be a very strange feeling for him, having lived through this very thing in the home uniform, and now seeing it unfold as he is a visitor. The wind and the pitch. Pop foul back, 0-1.
And probably motivated as much as anything by wanting to do some getting even and prove the Braves they made a mistake by not sticking with him.
3 out of 15 with 1 RBI in the series.
Well, I tell you what, the decision on Gant to me was a no-brainer. It's a call you had to make.
Oh, sure. The wind, the 0-1 pitch. Swung and popped up. Who wants it? Chipper Jones calls for it. 1 out away from the World Series. Here's Reggie Sanders. 2 out of 15 in the series with 9 strikeouts. This place is up for grabs. Here's the wind. The first pitch to Sanders. Swung and missed. He was way late on that fastball. 0-1 the count. The right-hand hitter waits. Now he steps out of the batter's box. The wind by Wohlers and the pitch. Swung, fouled away. It's 0-2. Now maybe just 1 pitch away from the World Series. Here we go. Reggie waits. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. The Braves are National League champions. He struck him out. Listen to this crowd. The Braves did it. They swept the Cincinnati Reds. They go, or rather they wait to see whether Cleveland or Seattle comes to call a week from tonight. Totals and highlights.